Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, let's get rolling with the show. Donald Trump met with Prime Minister Carney from Canada yesterday, and then he did his typical sit in the chairs, lean forward, and talk to the media. And Carney made it clear, good-naturedly, that it would never be for sale, that being Canada. Although I would like to point out that we weren't talking about sale, we were talking about estate. Trump joked, never say never. But apparently they had a good, affable meeting, and I am sure that they will get everything worked out. All right, Barbara Bush today is going to be honored at the White House with a stamp. Melania Trump is going to lead that up. Missing from that will be George W. Bush. He's not going to be there. You know, he's part of the Barack Obama anti-Trump team. May 8th, which is tomorrow, is actually signed today, went into effect tomorrow in history, May 8th. The Germans surrendered in World War II, and Trump has made it a national holiday. He's also making November 11th, which is the armistice with the Allies and the Axis powers in World War I. So we're going to have 2 extra federal holidays. Newark, this is wild. In Newark, that's up there in Old Jersey near New York City, a FAA tower lost all contact with planes for 90 seconds. That's kind of scary, for 90 seconds. You know what it is, though? We're going to talk about that more in a minute. New York PD, New York police officers, were actually attacked by 11 gang members of the Tren de Aragua gang. It's unbelievable. Some of them were even juveniles. Fentanyl Bust. Pam Bondi announced yesterday this huge bust. They displayed the guns, the cocaine, the meth, the fentanyl. It was pretty wild, the amount that was seized. Never saw any pictures like that under Joe Biden. None. Pete Hegseth says that he's reducing the number of generals and admirals by 20%. Can you imagine the number of BS generals and admirals and colonels and everything else there is in the military? The Supreme Court handed Trump a huge win yesterday by saying he could keep the transgenders out of serving in the military. Big win. That's a reversal of a district court decision. And then you've got DOT Secretary Duffy saying that all these problems with the FAA, that there was money that was supposed to be allotted, and over the last 20 years, nobody did anything, including good old Joe Biden. Pete Buttigieg wanted to change the names of everything. Like, let's not call it a cockpit. Crazy. Trump signed an executive order yesterday to encourage pharmaceutical companies to build here in the United States, and apparently tariffs targeting Big Pharma are on the way. Luigi has now exceeded $1 million in his GoFundMe defense. The Durrani victims, we secured $600. It's really amazing when you think about that. Luigi's raised $1 million. Trump is saying no to the California high-speed rail bailout. Good. And Fetterman fights back. You know, he got hit with a negative piece, about his fitness. Why? Because he's been voting with Trump a few times. He fought back. He says he wants to stay in the U.S. Senate. In world news, the Houthis threw up the white flag, said, we're done fighting, don't bomb us anymore. And Trump said, okay. And today begins the conclave to elect a new pope. Rumors are it won't take very long. And India hit Pakistan terrorist organizations yesterday, which was a big move. And we all know India, our friend, Pakistan, not our friend. And Secretary of Treasury says he'll be meeting with others, with China in Switzerland very soon. In pop culture, a young Kentucky boy, he apparently has some issues, but I'm not picking on him for that. I just think it's funny. He ordered off his mom's Amazon account 70,000 dum-dum lollipops. That's a lot of lollipops. He showed a picture of them on his front door. I wonder if they sent them back. Or are they just going to keep the lollipops? In Sports Without Boundaries, Sovereignty announced, Bill Motte's trainer announced, that he will not be running in the Preakness. No Triple Crown this year. And Andrew Giuliani, the son of Rudy Giuliani, is Trump's appointee to head up the American hosting the World Cup. And the Warriors last night beat the Wolves 99-88 in game one, and the Pacers upset the Cavs again in Cleveland, 120-119. They're up 2-0. Last but not least, your Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a gut-griping, dizzy-eyed varlet. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.